I don't know. Let's see. How about this? How about a BCH background today? The vampires are taking a break. The main vampire is he's getting cremated. I'll get his ashes next week. Oh man. Today's topic is, I don't know, I'm just gonna talk about whatever, and then anything, maybe cryptocurrency, whatever. I have no, I don't know. You know, it's so hard, guys. You know, walking outside, it's like, I took a little walk where we would walk in the sidewalk and just went through the paces with him, like if he was with me. And you can still see his couple little spots here and there that he did his business in. His poop is still outside. I gotta take it into the alley to throw away. I put little bags in a container, and then I throw it away once a week. I come inside, and you know, his toys are, I look at his toys, and you know, I found out that he was really 15 years old. That's what the previous owner told me about him. I thought he was 13, but he was 15 years old. So he had he had an extended life, but you know, with that coughing and, you know, kind of like choking, but that only happened like, you know, like a couple hours during the day. But that night it was just about all night. So I just held him in my arms, and you know, and he would get really hot. I had to put fans on him, even though it's winter. You know, it's 30 degrees outside. I had to put fans on him, a fan, because his belly would get really hot. You know, he didn't have a fever or anything, but he would get these, I don't know, like at 7 o'clock at night, he would get hyper, and I don't know. He probably knew something was happening. And he would come close to me, you know, especially the last day. He would just kind of sit by me really most of the time, the previous few days, which was nice, and, you know, having him nearby clinging. But yeah, people found out about him, and, you know, everybody's sad. Some of the people that I know, and, you know, it's bad. And, you know, I used to cook his own food, chicken with scrape a little carrot and blueberries and a little salt, a little seasoning, so he wouldn't think it's dog food. Otherwise he wouldn't touch it, even though it probably tasted better than the stuff that I was eating. But, you know, it had to be from the table here. You know, and I had to put my bowl on the table right next to me when I ate, and then I would put his bowl, you know, down. Then he would eat. Otherwise, you know, it's like, you know, I just put his bowl down, and, you know, it's like, this is dog food, even though it was chicken and, you know, really good stuff. But he had to eat from, you know, thinking that, you know, from my portion. Dogs can be amazing, wonderful, but yeah, I slept last night without. Well, I got my plants. You know, that's what I tell my sister and other people. You know, I have plenty of plants in the house, all over the place. They kind of keep me company, but you know, he was, you know, a little shadow, you know, just following me and all the time, you know. Anyways, it's 48 hours since he's gone. It was at the vet. I took him, and he went to sleep right away. You know, they put the needle on him, and, well, the injection, and I wanted to hold him, but somebody else was holding him, and that's okay. I was next to him all the time, and he didn't even close his eyes. He just boom, and that was it. It was quick, nice, hard, because I was even thinking of taking him outside, and I have a pellet gun, but yeah. I don't think I never lived in a farm, so farm people are they got the hardness, I guess. They can deal with it. I don't think I could deal. I shoot a pellet gun like once every 10 years or something, trying to shoot rats outside and stuff like that, but I could not. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I would do it if I really had to. I mean, I've done it to mice, and that are they're something happened. A mouse is just jumping up and down because something fell on him or something like that, and I would do something to exterminate him, but get him out of the misery, right? And I was thinking about that, but it's like I can't. Unless he was in that I saw he was really struggling, then I would have done something like that. But I called the vet right away. 9 o'clock. I did that little video, and we were at the vet at 10 o'clock, and 10:30. That's when he just about 10:30 when he passed away. I don't know. When I'm talking like this, I say, if you want to listen. If not, got something else to do. Don't worry. I'll be okay. And I really haven't been looking at the cryptos and all that. From what I see, it's everything is back to sideways traffic movement. Zcash, I think, has gone up a little bit. There's, like I said in one of my other videos, there's really nothing to look at until probably like January of next year to see where the direction of Bitcoin is. Right now, it's sideways movement. It came down from 120 or so, and now it's just going sideways. There was a couple things I want to talk about, but I forgot. With all the, my mind is someplace else every time, every minute I think about them. Because every little noise that I hear is like, okay, here comes trouble. Oh boy, gee whiz. Anyways, let's see what's going on in some of the markets. Oh, what I noticed was let's see. Okay, let's look at Grayscale. This is Grayscale. What do we got going in Grayscale? Ooh, terrible. Everything's red. Yeah, everything's red today. There's a few that kind of went up, but Zcash is up a little bit. And that's it. Everything else down today. I think I don't know what happened yesterday, so I think it was kind of sideways also. Let's see. Gold, guys. $56. I think it was $64 earlier, but it's up $56 today. Silver, 4.5%, almost 5%. $2.73. So I'm still holding to some silver. Unfortunately, I sold everything when not everything, a good half. When it was at 20. How much do I have? I don't know. Something like, well, it's gone up in value, so it's probably maybe 30,000 it's gone up. Maybe it's worth 30,000. What I sold was I don't know. I can't remember, 10,000 or something like that. I should have held on, right? I would have had 20,000 more, but I sold just when it was a few days, a week before silver took off. Gold was taking off, and silver's just sitting there. It's like, I gotta start selling some of this stuff. Anyways, portfolio-wise, it's not that great. Bitcoin, beef coin. Yeah, you can see that. Zcash. And it's native Zcash and Grayscale. What is it? I forget. I'm just in another planet today. Zcash, ZCSH. Grayscale Zcash Trust. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see. Doing okay today. Up 3.5%. The last 7 days, it's up 26%. Now, Monero has taken over. It's over $400, and it's taken over 16 spot. Bitcoin Cash still at number 11. So, like I say, once Bitcoin Cash moves up into the number 10 position, perhaps, can it? Yeah, it's got the name, it's got the power, it's got the network behind it. It's poised to be up there. Terra Luna. It's down about 17% today. Like I said, this may be. I've talked about this several times already. Made several videos before it went up, and boom, it went up. Dash, it's down to $48. Should be a little bit higher, but still doing okay. And of course, the gold follows. Here we go. Litecoin, what's it doing? It's going sideways, down 4%. It's one of those days. Not a whole lot going on in cryptocurrency. I don't know that. Now you're going to have Christmas coming up, and people's attention are going to be in Christmas, and hopefully a little after Christmas, we something starts. Something happens, but we've been waiting 2 years, and so like I said, probably like we'll see. Hopefully, there's some kind of a decision in the market where it's heading to. Gold continues going, going strong. Probably for good reason, of course. The trouble with deficits and debt and all that kind of things makes people weary, and maybe the money is going into gold instead of cryptocurrency. But then again, it's like, I don't know, what would you rather have between cryptocurrency and gold? What would you rather have? I would say a mix of both. Physical gold, yes. Okay, how about this? Physical gold, 15%. Physical silver, probably about 35%. And cryptocurrency, probably about what's left, 50%. Let's say 45%. The rest in US dollars. Okay. Once the dollars runs out, if they run out, the dollar is worthless. I don't think it's gonna something terrible is gonna happen, but then you never know. Stuff happens overnight sometimes, and just because you have a stable country behind it, I shouldn't say stable. We got a very crazy country going right now. It's not very stable. It's stable because it has a lot of resources and assets, and you can't just shake it off. It's not a little country that you can just step on it. It's huge. It's huge. It's big. How do you step on a lot of people? Well, little by little it happens. But the dollar, and I would rather have cryptocurrency. And what cryptocurrency would I like to have? Certainly like 10%, maybe Bitcoin, if I really needed to, pull out and, all hell was breaking loose. A good 50% into Dash, Monero, Zcash, the privacy stuff. Probably the rest, spread it out between Dogecoin, Stellar Lumens, and some of the other ones. I forget offhand right now. But yeah, definitely Dash, Zcash, and Monero. Then Doggy, Stellar, and some of the other coins like that. Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, I would keep. I would keep a good amount into cryptocurrency. Like I say, unless the networks, every network, you can't communicate between computers anymore. You're still going to have value. There's still going to be computers out there running the blockchains, and that's going to continue. If you can get to one, and you have your seed phrase, then you can access it. I just thought I saw a ghost. Oh boy, little dogs are. When I had him, he was like protection from the outside sources. But I got my plants. They're pretty good protectants. The ones that I have, they're special, all of them. Of course, I got my mandrake roots. 3 of them. They come out in November, and they go probably till March or so. I wish they'd grow more. I think they need more light or something, or maybe a little warmer. And it's kind of cold, it's winter, and the floor level is always kind of cold. Anyways, I just got off subject, and like I say, this video is just about, I don't know, nothing. Nothing and everything, whatever, just talk. And looking at Bitcoin Cash, of course, our little darlings, and Grayscale trusts that, I still have some. I still have native, so it's cool. It's a balance between the two. Somebody decides to take off or something happens with Grayscale, I still have the other stuff. So, or vice versa, something happens to that. Well, nothing can happen to it unless I lose my seed phrases. Unless everything's I don't have a way to get to my passwords and seed phrases, which I keep in different places. Not here, of course. Not that I have a lot of money or anything like that, but this could turn into a lot of money. So just I don't know, guys. It's what's today? Thursday morning. It's cold. It's dark. There's a lot of snow outside. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I should keep making videos, but I just enjoy talking about this stuff. I don't know. Somebody that's bored and they want to play something in it. Probably. I don't have hardly any viewers. By the way, thank you guys for the few of you that gave me your condolences for Charlie. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I've had this channel like a year. I was looking at some of the older videos with Charlie, and it's like, oh my gosh! In a way, mosquito. I got these mosquitoes coming out of some plant, something. I don't know where. Anyways, it's talking about mosquitoes. Oh my gosh. Let's see what else. Yeah, I wish Charlie was, but it's hard too, it's like you can't just take off and, like yesterday I went to the supermarket, did all my shopping because it's going to get cold and I don't like to put my car in the salt. And so, I just I stopped going out for months if need to, I don't want to get salt on my car. It's the only one I got. You can't buy more like these, unfortunately. And I love the car. It works great. It's got its air conditioning. Well, right now it's not working, but it's got power steering, power brakes, manual transmission, 4-wheel drive. Windows are manual, mirrors are manual, seats are manual. I don't have heated grips or heated steering wheels or anything like that. It's got a cup holder that I made for it. It's got a radio, and that's good enough. And it's good enough, compared to some of these new cars with all this stuff, moonroofs and all kinds of television sets and aquariums and all. Golly, all the stuff that it has. I do wish that it had a trunk, but so I can put my stuff back there, my groceries and all that, because I got to put it on the seat. Although I don't take my dog to the supermarket. Well, not anymore. I stopped doing that because I figure, I leave him in the roof up there for an hour. And somebody can steal him. He's so cute. I mean, he was so cute. Anybody can just snatch him away. So, even though the weather was okay and all that, it wasn't hot or anything like that, somebody that sees him, and there's assholes out there that would do it just to bring a dog home to their kids, their ugly kids. I mean, this guy, they go for like $1,500 to $3,000. They're not cheap. I didn't pay that. I didn't pay anything for him. It was just given away to me by this lady that she couldn't keep the little dog because Charlie would bite the little girl, kind of snap at her. He's got a little problem of snapping at people. He even bit me in my finger the last day because I was putting a pillow in front of him, and he goes like, that's the way he is. But he repented. Sometimes he would snap at me, and then he'd be licking me because it's like, oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, he was such a darling. I don't know. Anyway, so I wouldn't leave him up there, and so I left him at home. So an hour, do my groceries, and I kind of hurry up, get do whatever errands I got to do, and come back home because I don't want to leave him alone with that coughing. When he starts doing that, I would just hold him and pat him, and he felt better. So having a little pet, it's work. It's hard work. And then taking him outside, I would have to carry him down the stairs. I live in the second floor, and I gotta take him down the stairs. If it was the first floor, it'd be great, like a ranch house or something. But I'm all the way up here, and I gotta carry him, and it gets heavy after a few days. But anyways, I think that's about it, guys. Sorry to talk about subject stuff. Yeah, and I was looking at these old videos, with Charlie and stuff like that, and I'm looking at myself. It's like, gee whiz, did I look that? Well, the camera was pretty bad, and the lighting was pretty bad. The camera has improved. I've improved a little bit more in speaking or talking or whatever you want to. And hopefully I'll, next year, I revamp things and see where we go. And like I say, it's probably most likely we're going to get an answer. We continue going down or go up or Bitcoin. Now the altcoins, they've been kind of just dragging along. It'd be nice if we had like a graph for all the altcoins. The next 99 on the list, right? Just one graph to see how we go compared to Bitcoin. And then we could say that, we have, altcoins, or maybe the first 200 who, something like that. I'm going to see if there's something, there's probably something out there. I'm going to check into it. And then we can tell, we can see a graph like that a little bit better. What else did I want to say? That's pretty much it. I'm going to start cleaning some of my. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff from Charlie. He's got a ton of toys. Even though he was an old dog, he every day he'd go over there and play, and you guys heard all the noise, the racket he used to make while I'm trying to make videos. Sometimes it was like, what the. Trying to make a video, and so I gotta. You probably noticed that I had to do a lot of cutting. I should have put that into like a bloopers section. It was like, all of a sudden, I said, what the? He drops something, and then he starts, making noises, and before he used to snore before the first videos. He'd be in the background, snoring like crazy. Right, especially right when I make a video, he would start making his little noises. It's just like today. Right when I start making a video, right now, I would have to stop, and you see a lot of cutting because he's making trouble. Oh, I love that. Okay, guys, sorry for this long rant and talk, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna look into charts a little bit more. Maybe we can get some better views, because there's Bitcoin and then there's altcoins. And right now I just follow the Bitcoin chart where we're at, and we still have a couple of years left. Are we going to get a winter? And, you got a halving in, 2.5 years now? Or 3 years? The next halving? Wasn't this the reason that we got into it? Because Bitcoin is a halving, and how did that affect anyone? No. It's not like it was splitting or something like that, and everybody was going to make money. That would have been nice, but... then again, it's like, are we ever going to have a crypto winter again? Once it gets saturated with enough, and because what you had before, you had a lot of traders, and they would go up and down like crazy all the time. Now it's like it has stabilized. You still have the traders, the scalpers, and the daily traders. But a lot of the money has just come in to anchor the system, so to speak. Okay, so that's my thoughts on that. Christmas coming up, and we'll see how Santa Claus treats us. Okay, guys, stay resilient. Stay there. Someday you're gonna look at all this back, and you're waiting and chewing your nails out, and I still think that way. Although it's no financial advice, please, don't bet your life on it. But I kind of in a way. So we'll see what happens. Okay, guys, take care. I'll see you in the next one.